Wow. Yep.
Do I have to do another one?
No.
Because it hurt my hand.
He's delicate. The environment is expected to play a role in the ongoing federal election happening now here in Canada, but it's also an issue that has played heavily in the politics of Nova Scotia throughout the McNeil mandate and with governments before that. This week, in fact, we've seen the Ecology Action Centre release a report that it says can help the province lower emissions while also growing the economy.
Right, and it's really one of those issues that has a kind of a tug and pull to it, in the sense that on the one hand, everybody agrees we want to save the planet and do things greener, but it comes in some cases at the expense of things like jobs and industry expansion and those sorts of things, and no government wants to be tagged with doing something that's going to cost jobs.
Yeah, and I think that's why the Ecology Action Centre, at least, is using the language it's using. It's acknowledging that the climate crisis has to be addressed. We can't avoid it. We have to lower emissions, but they lay out a blueprint for ways to do that while also growing the economy, and they predict creating 15,000 jobs a year every year through 2030, as well as a way to increase the size of the economy exponentially. They're predicting $800 million a year if you do things like get us to 90% renewable energy, increase the use of electric vehicles, and improve the efficiency of social housing here in the province, something the government this week announced it is doing on a smaller scale.
But it's not always easy to sell going green. Case in point, the Lafarge plant in Brookfield, which is burning tires as fuel. On the face of it, you sit there and look at that and go, well, that makes no sense. But the tires are replacing coal, and the steel belts in the tires are part of the raw material that's being used. So what the company is saying is that it actually is a greener way to go. Not the greenest way to go, but greener.
Right, and I think the other thing we're seeing is an understanding from the public that if you want the government to really care about the environment and act on it, you need to let them know that you care about it. We saw an example of that this week from the lobby group, the Friends of the Northumberland Strait, with a series of billboards they've put up around the Halifax area, reminding the government that they expect them to adhere to the legislated closure date for Boat Harbour, January 31st, 2020. This is a group that opposes the proposal of piping treated effluent into the Northumberland Strait, and they want the Premier and his government, and frankly every other MLA in the House who voted unanimously in favor of that bill, to hold good on that promise, as opposed to potentially relenting as the mill would like them to do.
And whether that act comes to the House this fall sitting to be worked on, we'll have to wait and see. It'll be one of the issues Mike and I will be keeping a very close eye on for you.